Alright. Let's wait just a second. Rogues is alright. Alright. Let's see. We're back in the disco. We've got... Wait, that's the wrong screen. We've got our gun. The pepper box pistol. It has 3 barrels, apparently.
Holding the gun feels natural and satisfying. It's like an extension of your arm. The polished wooden handle almost fusing into your palm.
There we go. Yeah, good to see Glavy. Good to see Sinistar. Dance music, ugh. That's not me. This game's got the hardcore in it, though. It does. But is it really hardcore, though? Glavy also says, how the hell do you get the animated emotes? Well, they just came out today. We have 5 slots. Lars says, gone, where was it? This woman with like a neurological disorder had it, and so she was pretending to be an officer, and she was having delusions and yada yada. And she had a wind-up police sign on her back. I think my hand recognizes it.
It reminds you of the day you first held it, with fear and respect, hoping you don't have to use it in vain. The sun was out in Jamrock. It was so long ago.
Long ago.
Your sidearm officer, a serious law official, cop by the book, should know to only unholster their service weapon when using it is unavoidable.
So you could keep your gun out all the time, and it would surely lead to some interesting outcomes in conversations where people are like, why do you have your gun on me? Why do you have your gun on me? I said, how did she get it? She got it because we sold it to a pawn shop before the game started when we were drunk. Yeah. Here, I won't do the whole conversation again, but here she is real quick. That all the notes are animated versions. Example... This thing they used was animated. Oh, I see.
Put your hands where I can see.
But yeah, there she is. I remember the pawn shop conversation now, right? So there she is.
Show me your hands. This is the pigs. Show me your hands. Right now! Show me your hands! Right now!
Scavenged, battery-powered police lights protrude from her back. Her hand is trembling.
Madame, please drop the firearm immediately.
Be careful.
You have
You'll make it.
big.
I actually can't exit this conversation.
No, that won't be necessary. Look.
Suicide by cop. Split-second decision.
Oh my God.
God.
What is
Someone left for dead?
Where's that bullets? What is this? Why did you sell?
She looked. Grab the
Why
gun.
did you sell me this? There's the pawn shop stuff.
Poor woman. We need to figure out what to do with.
No, what is it?
We could let Titus. Okay. Oh, before we. Okay.
Please.
Grief. She's.
I forgot I would have to spam through that whole conversation to get out of it. Alright. Rogue makes visual observations. Alright. Now we're going back forward in time, and we've already got the gun. And we're going to church, because we have all types of things that depend on us having gotten the computer filament thing for Shuna. And so we're finally going to church. I thought we'd make it to church on Tuesday, but no. Where's Scruffy Spin? I actually looked while the stream was starting up. I don't know where I've got the original files for the Scruffy emote, so I'm gonna have to look again later. Rogue says your visual calculus is off the charts. Ours is at 6. Which maybe I want to put higher. We've got a lot of skill points. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 skill points in reserve, but I tend to use them when we actually fail a roll or something.
Yes, what is it?
No origin chat even when we walk around the church. Alright, about the off-site copy he asked us to bring.
Yes?
I brought you the filament. Is this the filament you're looking for? Found a note on the ice bear fridge. It said the offsite copy and moved to a safer place.
Wait. A note from whom? Did it specify where they took the filament memory?
It's been taken to a nearby ice cream maker. Note was signed by someone named Sulislaw.
Zariza. Of course. Our project lead, Sulisław Zariza. God, he was always so hell-bent on keeping the copy somewhere safe. That feature creep.
He's the one Twitchers at special high-res Scruffy. You have to upload Twitch emotes in multiple resolutions, and so, yeah, I need the higher res one, which is somewhere. I just need to find where I put it. It's not in the emotes folder I've got. I saw the info page. Look, you just have a quick option existing emote. Yes, sort of, but it looks like you still need to re-upload it to me. I don't think I want to mess with it right now, but, well, let me see. Let me see for 2 seconds here. If I disable our Kel'Thuzad emote, I say use existing emote here. Yeah, it still seems to require you to, yeah, it seems, one of these things is not working how I expect it to. But yeah, I'm not gonna mess with it right now because it'll take too long. But yeah, it is strange. It seems like I should be able to do it more easily than it's being used right now. Oh well. That'd be a couple of presses. Yeah, it seems kind of like it should be, but at least what I'm seeing is not. Not right now. Okay. Looks like I need to re-upload it. Okay, so let's see. He was hell-bent. The project lead, he was always hell-bent to keep a copy somewhere safe. It's safer here. And feature creep. In the Valley of Heads.
Like it would have made a difference. The offsite copy was perfectly safe when the data loss happened. That data loss was anomalous. And the heads... I won't even get into the heads. Millions of them.
There were a lot of combinations.
Find that copy from that ice cream maker, will you?
Valley
Which we already have.
Heads. You like the sound of that.
Which we already have got it, but I thought we might get some XP out of that. We did get 10 XP. I brought you the filament.
Thanks. Looks like it's the one.
What's gonna happen now?
Now, I'm going to print it out to see what's left of it.
Don't waste your time printing it out. There's nothing but a speck of white and a sea of ink. It's broken. I could tell her that I already printed it. But, let's just say, what are you even open to find?
I have a theory. Lintel was able to divine the location of the anomaly from this broken copy. I want to repeat their calculation, only this time with better...
We're in the sci-fi anime where he waves his arms with a flourish. This flourish? which flourish do you want? I said on the Discord that, you know, we'll probably finally have a save hello or wave or whatever. I'll do the two-finger salute that they use a lot in Star Wars, among other places. A despairing arm flail, he does that sometimes. Well, we could make a more complicated, you know, despair. You know, I mean, they have this. That type of thing. Valkyrie for flourish, Just what's this about an emote change? They like just like, you know, Bear Twitch TV or whatever. There's now anything other than animated emotes. I think I can say that they made it much easier to swap emotes in and out, right? And so instead of having to, if you have like holiday emotes, if you've got a set of holiday emotes that you enable, you know, like the lumpy emotes or whatever, that you only want active every once in a while, it's really easy now to go, boom, okay, these emotes are active, okay, I'm pulling them out, I'm putting them back in, that wasn't easily possible before, and they made that really easy, so that's nice. Right, did we finally at the end of the mystery? I don't know. I don't know. This is the end of the side quests, but I don't know how long the end game is. If anybody knows, don't tell me. We're getting close to the end game. Because we already did a conversation that starts the end game, and then we undid it because apparently it disables all these side quests. We'll have to do that conversation again fairly soon. Okay.
Watch. What an intricate display of failure.
Failure.
Paper starts filling out with ink, soaking it in a gleaming blackness. Not a single line of data stands out.
And yeah, she still looks a lot like Sigourney Weaver to me.
It's the abyss staring back at you.
We have to make it... Wait, Twitch just looked at your egghead? That's such a low-grade insult. We should have to make the gem more hardcore for egghead, though. Which I don't know how to do that. Play it cool. Now what? Something's very wrong with that film memory. Please, just stop. Stop playing with this thing. Now what? Something's very wrong,
Sora
yeah?
doesn't reply. Her hands running over the bridge.
Hey, give us all my for bullying, right? Such low-grade bullying, but hey.
A morning star.
It exists, I guess.
Scouring the millimeters.
Egghead, 4 eyes, very, very low-level bullying, but I guess it's bullying. It's true. Automod's right. It's just low-level. All right.
Here. I found
Here. I found it. It's the white dot in the same place I saw it before when I printed it out. All right, I gotta say this. I didn't say it earlier. But I gotta say it now. It's in the same place when I printed it out.
Hold on.
Which he doesn't seem to care about. I would take Egghead as a compliment. Big smarts plus intellect. Still not sure this is a good idea. Tinkering with the unknown. Can I do anything?
Just give me a second. I'm almost...
I've never witnessed a programmer work before.
Wait, shenanigans, not shenanigans, what? Lieutenant leans closer. I've never witnessed a programmer work before. It's fascinating. Tippy tap 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 tap.
Done. I've got it. I found the location of the anomaly.
It's up in the tower. My God, congratulations. Where was it? Where's your 2-meter hole in the world? You found the coordinates?
I found the coordinates.
She's beaming. You can feel it in your heart. Great job.
He says so relaxedly. Kim? Congratulations.
Thank you.
Hey, she likes it. She's usually ignoring us, but we congratulate her on finding the thing. She's happy. All right, where's the 2-millimeter hole in the world?
There. In the swallow.
The end of the church.
Think you can help me again?
Do I have a choice? Sure.
I need you to go move those water bolts for me. I need to double-check my calculations.
What an interesting proposition. Truly a task for the intellectuals. Solving the puzzle of water bowls.
Good at intellectual puzzles.
Figure it out? No. I don't need you to figure anything out. I've got a computer for that.
Good.
Just walk over to the circle and follow my instructions. Move the third bowl 2 centimeters to the left, and the fourth bowl 5 centimeters to the right. This should do the trick.
3, 2, 4, 5.
She only wants you to follow instructions. Nothing intellectually stimulating. In this task, a child could do it.
He'll just my instruction capability to solve this problem on my own. No
Thanks.
problem. Okay, but so... Okay, I've already forgotten the numbers. It was 3, 2, 4, 5, I think. Except what's 3? It's not like these are numbered. I'm assuming this is 1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 4, 5, right? But the plates aren't actually numbered. What is 3? I'm gonna call this 3. Why am I walking over here?
It's awfully silent again. As if someone turned off the entire world outside those walls.
As if I lose the problem.
Bowls
That
stand
circles
still.
aren't numbered? So wait, we're in black holes in this game now? Yeah, there's a anomaly in the church, which I thought was up in the tower, but it wipes out sound. It like absorbs sound, and so this part is nearly completely silent. And because in the universe of Disco Elysium, computer programming is done over radio waves, that's where the calculations happen, is on radio waves. She thinks that the area of silence is disrupting. It disrupted their calculations for their video game. That's her theory. This ate the sound waves, the radio waves. All right, actually, it just tells us what to do. Alright, two
Move
centimeters.
like a ghost without creating a single trace of sound.
Happens in the cloud, the radio
This
cloud.
task is an insult to your mental skills.
Damaged morale because our logic is too high. Move the fourth
Some
pole.
water
Are we gonna
spills
take
out
more
of the
morale damage?
wetting the floor. The lead programmer sends you an encouraging thumbs up.
Of the concept of
from
PQ
across
programming.
the
It's
board.
interesting. It's interesting. Encouraging thumbs up for moving the bowl.
Time to run back, or maybe walk. This is a sacred place, after all.
They've told us to walk in the church, so I've been walking in the church. Here we go walking. I'm walking here. Moving out the rule against the nearest correct sounds hard enough. And that seems like it'd be more of a visual calculus thing than a logic thing.
Yes, what is it?
I've moved the bowls. It was mind-numbingly easy. What's next?
Everything should be aligned now.
Miss Know-It-All is hesitating.
What's his supposed to? Wait, what's wrong?
Nothing. Now the only thing left to do is to unmute the headphones. If we got the location right, we should then be able to hear whatever sound this anomaly makes.
Why'd you have your headphones on mute in the first place? Isn't it just gonna be silence? That's kind of the question I'm more interested in, but wait should always go first. Christopher Walken here,
Honestly, I'm a little scared.
Isn't it just gonna be silence?
I don't know. That's what I'm scared of. I don't know.
In this world, the creative
It could be anything.
is the industry giant. Everyone's top tier sound cards. Your sound card works perfectly. No one cares about GPUs. Wouldn't that be an amazing world? Instead of GPU prices tripling? Alright. Scared of anything.
I mean, what sound does the nothing make? How can you even listen to something that doesn't exist?
Right.
What if silence is only what surrounds it, but the swallow itself is...
Silence will fall. What? You're overthinking this. You're right, we should be cautious. We don't know what to do with it here. What?
I don't know. I'm just scared. Maybe it's going to be something terrifying. Maybe it's going to tear the world apart.
Like that evil ink that filled the printout, erasing coherence and meaning.
Maybe you're overthinking this is better than you're right. We should be cautious.
Maybe I'm just tired.
Let's think about this
Logically.
Why would nothing be terrifying if it's, well, nothing?
Why assume that something that has no presence, existing, or qualities has to be terrifying? It's scary, but we have to face it. I don't want to do it anymore. It seems too dangerous. Why assume, this is the logic, why assume that something that has no presence, existing, or qualities has to be terrifying? The void.
Because it reminds us of death.
Right, exactly, the void.
And we humans tend to think that death is pretty scary.
It's scary, but we have to face it. Death comes for us all, the void comes for us all.
Yeah. You're right. Let's do it.
She puts on the oversized headphones, presses unmute.
The lieutenant takes a step back. And then, nothing.
Sure.
Nothing happens. As Sona Lokanen-Kilda presses unmute on her keyboard.
You can hear anything, say
but
nothing.
Silence.
Let's keep the silence.
She doesn't talk. Her eyes closed and brows knitted together in a state of
Document
deep
should be used. Attempt to sell yours, right.
cupping
Right. I bet we're running on. This is the computer we used to stream on over here, and here's the new computer. I bet I could get a pretty penny for the old GPU in here, and maybe replace it a couple of years down the line, or just never do it. This one doesn't really need it. Well, I have used it for a couple of things. Anyway, well, come on. Do you hear anything? Well, at least the world seems to still be all right. Do you hear anything?
No, of course not.
Nothing happened.
Let's move
Right.
on.
Despite her fear, she was hoping for something extraordinary to take place.
Did you find the swallow?
No. My hypothesis was wrong. According to this, I should have heard something if I got the coordinates right. Like I said, silence is only what surrounds it. But
Aye.
this is just another failure. Silence sounds like silence. That's all it is. You can try on the headphones. See if you can hear anything. But don't get your hopes up.
Silence is silence? You're sure there's more to it? This can't be it. You should have a listen.
Right. Legendary perception. Put on the headphones. Helping Egghead with his jam +1. Found a melody for Egghead +1. Okay, so let's up our perception as high as it can go. We might have to put more points into it. We've got some perception boots for sure. And our glasses are lowering our perception. And I think we have one other way to boost perception, didn't we? Maybe not. Oh, I thought we had one more thing to boost perception. But maybe I'm just wrong. Alright.
Yes. What
Do we
is
save skim in this? I probably won't need to. It's a white check. And so we can fail it and then put another point into perception, which I wouldn't mind doing. So if we fail, put a point into perception. We got plenty of points to spend.
All you hear is your own breathing, heavy and hoarse from all the nights spent drinking. It's the breath of an old man.
It's a good line. You know, even failures, you get special good dialogue. Poetic dialogue.
But there's something else. There has to be something big, something unexpected, something new, yet to be discovered. Ghosts, speak to me.
Well, did you hear anything?
Not sure. Seems to be still in there, but I can't really make it out.
Yeah. No, I don't think there's anything there.
The lieutenant looks down at the floor, as if to say, you're wasting time here.
Okay, so we'll put another point into perception.
Yes, what is it?
42% chance.
Everything disappears.
Got it. Got it.
You are draped in silence like a drowning man staring into his puny little headspace. And then the pressure changes.
Yes, but I can hear anything. What does it mean?
It feels like flying on an aerostatic.
Helicopter.
Or when your ears pop. Or like a subtle difference in the atmosphere. A weather change hanging in the air. What if the sound you're looking for is too low for you to hear it?
So I'm gonna take off the headphones. What if we need a better sound system? Your sound card works perfectly. Vic said it.
Better sound system? Alright, but where would we get one?
Suddenly, a rhythmic beat permeates the walls, causing a small patch of decorative stucco to crumble onto the wooden floor.
They should really allocate some renovation funds to this place.
No. What they really should do is shut down the disco men for disturbing neighborhood peace.
The disco men. But they could help with the speakers.
You mean the speed freaks?
She closes her eyes as the dance music invades the holy silence of the sanctuary.
Of course. The speed freaks. They have a fantastic sound system. And you think they would help me?
They would if you wouldn't mind them moving in with you.
I guess I could live through a week or two of peaceful coexistence.
Red, I'll go
Sure.
talk to him.
Let me know how it goes.
Alright. Off we go very slowly, because we're gonna keep walking in the church. Because it keeps telling me to walk in the church, so I'm gonna believe it matters. Maybe it doesn't matter, but I'm gonna believe it matters. Maybe the speakers from Doc's Brown House. Marty. Well, actually, I can't actually remember the exact line, despite having seen that movie so many times. A kick drum pulse, music coming from somewhere on the ice, which we know, of course. Marty, be sure. Does he say you don't use the speaker system? The follow-up line is, "There's a slight possibility of overload." Yeah, I'll keep that in mind. Good. I just never thought the solution would be to get those deviants in. But they're hardcore. But are they really hardcore? Here, just as a test. Let's see what happens if we have our gun out. Will they bring it up? Will they bring up the fact I walk in here with my gun? I'm sure some conversations reference it. But how many?
Huh? I see you're here again. Off sign, man. Did I mention getting us into the church would help?
This young speed freak seems to know a lot about signs. Could he be the techno tinkerer you're looking for?
Can you use your sign sense to help me contact the Coalition warship? Oh, I didn't even realize.
Don't think so. Big bad frequencies.
I thought
are
we'd need
extremely
Suna.
negative. Fault suppression, dream implantation, memory revision. Pretty out there stuff. Not sure I want to get involved with it.
There is fear there, but also curiosity. He just needs a reason to help you.
Besides, our own signs aren't even synced yet. So how am I supposed to get you synced up with a big bad? It don't make any sense, law lover.
Okay. Egghead?
The large head.
Incremental progress! Yeah!
Yeah!
Hi again. So, how are things going?
Here to talk about the church.
Yes? What's the deal?
Good news, managed to convince Suna. She's okay with you guys moving in, but on one condition. She needs your speakers for your project.
We are grateful, Copman. You're a true ally and the augury of a new era of Nordic dance music.
Happier than he's ever before. Gonna have to share space for a couple of weeks until she gets her research finished.
That's fine. We can manage.
That's true. Incremental progress, yes, their life story. Hey, that's good. That's good. That's much, you know, be a little better every day. That's ideal. That's ideal. Just, if you're not slipping downhill, you're doing great.
And what about the side business? Have you made up your mind?
Drug lab? Not gonna happen. It's illegal, you see. Refuse to set up. Side business? I don't know what you're talking about. Turn a blind eye. Don't set up the drug lab.
Oh man, really? You're a complete ballbuster. Fine, we can make do. It's going to take us a bit to move our stuff inside. A couple of hours maybe. Come check back later. Let's get moving.
Okay. Looks like I can't believe Save's made these kids freeze outside for months. Now he's the audacity to threaten with a gun. I just wanted to see if it would change the conversation. It didn't. I'm also actually a little surprised that the gun, even though it would negatively influence things in some conversations, I'm a little surprised it doesn't give, like, +5 authority. Alright, well, it said come back in a couple of hours. If that's literal, we could read a book. We could read a book, but let's just go right inside the church and see if it is set up immediately. Only like 20 minutes of in-game time passed. Yeah, see, it looks like it's already set up, yeah? Okay, so there's Egghead. There's Noid. Type of things computers. Computers, and the places change numbers in the other places, then you can buy food, incremental progress. Money can be exchanged for goods or services. It's creaking real loud. Is Gollum around, by the way? Did Gollum come down with the music? Doesn't look like it. I'm still walking in the church. I don't know if it matters, but I'm gonna keep doing it. So let's talk to her first.
She's whistling a melody. Her trusty contact mic.
She's not out on the ice anymore. She's not. Oh, it's contact mic.
She stops what she was doing and turns to you.
Hey there. I've been recording some new audio from all these beams and rafters. The sounds travelling through the wood are pretty cool. Creaks and stuff. Like you're underwater, you know? But like, underwater inside a tree.
Wait, really? Lars says, save today. I checked that PayPal account that I used to donate one time to find the PayPal had conducted a thorough review, banned the account, or protections for potential financial losses. Literally, the only action/transaction on the account was the $10 donation to you, which came directly from your credit card. Really? That... What'd you do? Nobody's ever told me that they've, PayPal account banned. Did you put your address in as like 123 Fake Street? Anyway, that's fascinating. That's fascinating. He's taking his personal details really seriously. I can't get too into it. I don't know what you did, but I don't know if you put like fake details. You need to make more convincing fake details. Lightning says actually Lyra was setting up nightclubs, and setting up the drug lab in the church with PayPal. Now, if false info was the real name. Which didn't line up with the credit card, I suppose. Interesting. Well, no. Yeah. I'm guessing that wasn't. I'm guessing that was like bot reviewed, you know. Because that was it, the false name, right? And the false name was, enter your first name, real. Enter your last name, name. Yeah, Guy Incognito is great too. Homer? Who is Homer? I am Guy Incognito. Which turns out is his real name. It's not actually Homer. Okay, so they begin the good sounds.
More like Contact Mike, all right?
There we go.
Don't even bring it up.
I'm bringing more like Contact Mike. Don't bring it up. But Contact Mike is... I wasn't going to. Okay, fine. But Contact Mike...
No. I actually wanted to thank you for getting me and my friends in here.
Oh, you had his Lyra donations! Ah!
Such as they are.
Yeah. No. If you're gonna do a fake name, just be a sell wood rafters. Well, maybe not. Or Contact Mike. Yeah, like Lightning says. That's the real name. Okay, let's see. I actually want to thank you for getting me and my friends here. And we even found some new associations, such as they are. How's everyone doing?
I think.
Good.
Noid is getting a read on the place. I think he finds the carpentry very impressive. Andre's been setting up the compressor and dancing. Egghead's been keeping the party up. He's got the stage under control. Sauna, the programmer.
She's doing whatever she does.
Whatever she does. Behind that radio computer of hers. She doesn't talk to us much. And the crab man hasn't shown himself yet.
Gollum hasn't shown up. Now can you tell me about your friends?
Sure. He helped us out.
10 XP.
What do you want to know?
Alright. Tell me about Suna, which she probably doesn't know much.
I have to say. Doesn't talk much. I'm not really sure how to vibe with her, Seems like she's not in a very good mood most of the time.
Always pick Peter Franks of James Bond, Alias, and Diamonds Are Forever. Interesting. The last Sean Connery movie in the official series, right? Never Say Never Again was not with the same rights holders. Raka, good to see you. As we rocka out with the music.
But earlier today, she told me about Welkins.
Welkins.
And she seemed oddly happy, like she had some idea with those...
The game creatures.
Some artistic idea. I didn't really listen, I was busy with my mic.
What's the deal with Egghead?
What do you mean?
What does he think he's doing when he yells all that stuff about being hardcore?
Oh, that. He's the party boy.
He's a party boy.
Music doesn't really do vocals in the traditional sense. Vocals are thought of as rock. That's to say they're a bit backward. No offence if you like rock music, though. Rock music's cool by me.
Pachoo.
Pachoo.
Your credentials as the resident future man of Revachol are being questioned. Show her you're hip with the times, Gramps.
Yeah, damn right. Rock music's the coolest rock music forever. No offense taken, go on. You don't have to tell me rock's backward. I'm the future man. I abandoned rock in the 30s. Stupid rock.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyway, even if you don't have vocals, you still need someone to say something every now and then, right? To urge things on. That's where the party boy comes in. He basically just stands on the stage and dances and yells how awesome everything is. It's very catchy.
Hardcore.
I understand. People are usually afraid to do things if others aren't already doing them. Dancing makes you dance, like sneezing makes you sneeze, or yawning makes you...
Yawn.
Anyway.
He's embarrassed about the enthusiasm of his interjection. Where's he from? Has Egghead been with you guys?
Actually, We don't know where he's from.
No idea.
Or who he is, really. One time we were out partying somewhere in backwater Forburg. Or maybe even Coal City. I can't remember. Maybe it was...
That's true. Never Say Never Again was produced by Warner Brothers, not MGM. However, MGM specifically purchased rights to the film, so it's all in the same umbrella now, except now Amazon bought MGM, or they're in the process of buying MGM, and it gets even more complicated because now Amazon has the rights to James Bond, but only 50%, because the former rights holders... they sold like everything under MGM except special permissions for James Bond. Amazon can't make a James Bond TV show without permission from the original rights holders, and they can't choose an actor for James Bond movies without permissions from original rights holders. So they sort of have it, but they still have to go through the original rights holders for certain things. Coal City sucks, we've heard. Initial stations behind Amazon. There's more to it soon.
The worst of the banlieues. A wretched heap of closed-down mines, even west of Jamrock, on the dusty slope
Right.
of Montmartin.
Right.
The remotest possible area of Revachol. No one even wants to exploit those people anymore.
No one wants to exploit these people. We've heard Coal City is the worst.
Egg was yelling along to some jam someone was spinning.
So is this the game that can be beat? Yes, it just has a lot of content.
Until he didn't have a shred of voice left. When the sun came up over the mines. There were mines? Yeah. It was in Coal City. Egg came with us. He made this wheezing puppy dog sound all the way back.
Then we got the Amazon, the resources by Amazon. Could Apple? I don't know actually. I don't know the relative value numbers. Yeah, I just don't know. Like, I imagine, because, you know, Apple was big, but Apple was still, you know, kind of limited in their scope. I would think, you know, Sony or something would have a lot more money than Apple, but I don't know. I don't know.
It was definitely Coal City.
It was definitely Coal City.
2 days to walk back to the fort. He just wheezed the whole way. We never really asked why he came with us. Or who he was.
Jambo,
I think
but
his name
not...
is Jermaine.
Only half of James Bond. Right, I get it now. Jambo would be a cool character. There's a lot of cash in that, so, you know, yeah, I don't know the relative value. I don't know. You know, and there's companies you don't even think about that own all these subsidiaries, you know, so General Electric is still holding a bunch of other stuff under it, right? So there's these big companies that you don't even think about quite as much. All right.
People are sweet.
People are sweet.
You can see it must have been a great night. The memory causes her to go silent for a moment or two. You wish you'd been there.
Who do you want to know about?
All right. Tell me about Noid. Maybe it'll help us sync up our signs.
Okay. Maybe not Egg. I don't know about him, but Noid and the rest are from Forburg. Making a
Forburg.
pilgrimage up north to visit the Elysium. He's real hardcore about the lifestyle.
What does he do?
What do you mean do? Like for a living?
Me for breakfast. Of course, for a living. Yes.
He's a carpenter.
Carpenter, really?
He's
He's
very
very good.
He just doesn't have the mindset to work like that. In a shop, he abides by the hardcore
Fit
sir.
for James Bond Villa
You'd have to
Corporation.
ask him yourself.
And you?
Sir, I abide by the law.
She gives you a switchblade smile?
A strange feeling.
Ooh, Inland Empire big.
Before, when you caught her lying better than she should have. Every now and then, something feels off about the way she speaks. She doesn't exactly change tone, but you feel as though there's more about her than she lets on.
That's my favorite Inland Empire line yet. You caught her lying better than she should have. That's my favorite Inland Empire line yet, by far. It makes me want to put more points in Inland Empire. What this pilgrimage you're talking about?
It's just something poor Forburg kids do every spring. To pass the time, we walk the entire length of Boogie Street, up to Jamrock. Or as much as possible.
Why wouldn't it be possible?
I don't know, man. Have you been down Boogie Street? It's a little bewildering.
Oh, I'm sorry. Have I not told you I'm a raging alcoholic who recently drank himself into oblivion so deep he can't even remember what sounds like the biggest street in the city? What's happening down Boogie Street? Oh, I'll say the second one.
No?
Because I'm not. Now tell me something else about Hanoi. I am.
Okay. Then you should go and take a look, I guess. Boogie Street is cool. It's got a lot of immigrants and all kinds of different people.
It's unlikely I'll make it there, chest pains, and you continue drinking, but thank you. Might just do that if I make it there alive.
Yeah. I hope you do.
Aang trekking with a fake name. No, what's Aang's fake name? It's Hotman, right? It's like what was the first Sir Hotman, Mr. Hotman.
Who do you want to know about?
All right, tell me about. So Crabman should be short, right? She doesn't know much about Crabman. But tell me about Andre. Tell me about the leader.
Andre? He's a cool guy. Doesn't really come off as one, but...
Seriously, accumulated so much money over the years. Yeah, well, I mean, for a long time, they were the only ones making money off hardware, right? Unlike Sony and Xbox, or Microsoft. Yeah, but, I mean, Nintendo is still hyper-focused on video games. You know, Microsoft still has other things, and Apple has, Apple, the iTunes and stuff, so... I would still think Nintendo has a lot less money. A lot less money than Sony or Microsoft, but I could still be wrong. Connects to Pokemon cards too, says Fix. Mm-hmm.
He takes care of shit. Sorry. I mean, he's got a vision.
Vision.
Of what life should be, you know? He tries to push things until everything falls into place. He's an organizer.
That could be, yeah, because Hotman was a term that Aang thought people in the Fire Nation referred to people as to each other as, but that may not be true. It may be a memory from a past life, and so everybody looks at him weird when he calls, he's like, hey, how do you do, fellow Hotman? And the other people from the Fire Nation are like, what? I should watch Avatar again. I've watched through it at least twice, but I should watch it again. It's great. Where's he organized? Tell me with the others.
Nothing.
Nothing.
But then again, there's nothing to organise around here either. He really wants this church thing to work.
Sure.
Must have taken it as a sign when he found it abandoned like that. Said it was an augury. I don't know where he got that from. Andre's not super intelligent. I've never seen him so psyched about anything though.
Psyched up.
And he's often
watch the live action Avatar, great quality.
Looks sort of desperate.
I've never seen it. I've never seen it. People tell me it's something that will injure your enjoyment of other things in the Avatar Last Airbender universe, because you'll be able to think about it. Because the people on the street, Hotman, use other expressions there. Clear av date, exactly. Apple has $20 billion in cash, whereas Amazon says it's worth $314 billion. Which, still, Apple still feels like bigger than it should be to me. Because Amazon sells everything, right?
I mean, not that he does drugs, just high,
On life, on his mother loves, relax, girl, we're police officers. But we're corrupt. Raw to the marrow. You can tell us about drugs, we don't care. He's, on life?
Yes.
Anyway. Sandra, your boyfriend? Yes. Tell me about the others.
What do you want to know about?
Tell me about yourself. Oh, this pops up, but only after you've asked about everybody else, except for the Crabman.
Oh, the Crabman.
The Crabman.
Still gives me the creeps the way he moves. But he doesn't actually come down that much, just climbs around the rafters.
This is actually counteracting what we when we opened the conversation. She said he hasn't shown up, and now that we've asked about him, he's like, "Oh yeah, he comes around a little bit." So I mean, this actually does not jive with earlier in the conversation, but it's fine.
I just tried to stay away from the Crabman, but he talks to Noid. They seem to have some thing going on.
He talks to Noid. What for?
Beats me. Noid said they get along somehow. They're both crazy enough, I guess.
What's he do up there?
Who knows? He doesn't really answer our questions, see? Not that it's easy to ask them. What are we supposed to do? Yell up at the tower? Who do you want to know
about the others. All right, tell me about yourself.
Me? Again?
Yes, I forgot. Tell me about yourself.
I told you, I'm a silver bird.
There's that phrase again. It really reminds you of something.
What does that mean?
It means I don't answer questions about myself.
I'm a police officer. You have to answer me. There's more to you than let on. What am I not seeing?
All right. There is.
I'm a police officer.
Is there a law that would stop me from lying, though?
That would depend on the circumstances.
Huh. Fair enough.
Thank you.
Dang.
Sure.
I wonder if there's some way... Oh, there it is! There it is! Reaction speed. Catch the silver bird. And we can retry it. Let's make sure we have all our reaction speed gear on. We've got a hat. I think that's it, actually. I think I don't have any other reaction speed gear. Alright. Well, we'll try the really low check, and then maybe we'll put some more points in reaction speed.
The silver bird has already flown away. I will catch it later.
Oh, shoot, that's my max reaction speed. Ah! Well, I probably don't want to save scum this. It'd be a difficult one to save scum, being 14%.
Welcome back.
Or 17%.
Oh, pasar the
or...
height. It flutters by your ear.
Or we could try one time, it would work. That's good, too. Laura has plans for buying things. Rex always disliked Apple products. Select Apple. Don't think with everything else not cool. Yeah, the walled garden is what's usually referred to. Takes with 17% chance. We rolled a 4 and a 6. Good enough.
It's what the Zemoyaki, the Gradian community in Revachol, call a person who never breaks under interrogation. It's an organized crime term.
It's an organized crime term. I remember now. Term for someone who breaks under question. It's an organized crime term. Well, I could just say the phrase.
Excuse me?
She's attempting to remain calm, but the phrase made her flinch.
Okay, then you have to say the thing.
What do you mean?
The silver bird. That's why you handle my cushioning so calmly. Silver bird.
All right. My father was a Zemyaki.
Zemyaki sounds delicious.
He was a bad man.
Get some Zemyaki and yakisoba. He was a bad man. Okay, so her father was an organized
He
crime.
bought the family a huge house, so we got to live, at least temporarily, in a giant castle in Jamrock. And then he died.
Imagine what followed after. What happened next?
What do you think? The competition came and took everything away. It was like in a war zone. So after his death, we had nothing left, and we were in danger. My mother had to change her name, mine too. We left it all behind.
Are you sure about that? What about this drug lab plan, which I told him not to do?
It was a stupid idea, and I'm still disappointed I came up with it.
Aren't there any local authorities who might look down on such activities?
I took that into account, of course. Coordinated the operation with the débardeurs, else they might get unhappy.
So you're saying Everard authorized
Not in
this?
person, but I'll let them know.
Huh.
Can't do anything without the fat ones getting wind. It wasn't too difficult to convince them, really. It's a good thing you ended that mess, though. I felt I was turning dad-wise.
Dad-wise.
Business
Organized crime dad.
Hear that? Set justice on its feet. Confront Everard with a fluid
Interesting.
gesture. You seize her wrist, her hand just centimeters from your nose.
Whoa, just centimeters from your nose. That was not this line. Come on, this is all fine, but you don't have anything on Everard now. That's not how these things work. We should confront Everard about this. Maybe we can manipulate him using this information. Add to the list. That's all good to know, but let's leave it at that. Leave it off the list. Put it on the
I
list.
don't think it would lead anywhere with Everard. He's just going to deny it.
Don't put it on the list?
Have you seen Everard?
Okay, well, ask Everard about us selling the drug lab. Okay. Do we ever meet Everett's brother? Not that we know of. Everett's brother, doesn't have the lazy eye, right? And that's the only thing defining the two of them apart. We did hear about Everett's brother being off, doing some of the organized crime stuff, the drug stuff. We did hear about that.
You got us in, cop. I can't believe you got us in.
That's right, Noid.
With wonder in his sharp eyes.
Between you and me,
10 XP.
I don't know if you've noticed this about me. I'm a little suspicious of authority. But you really came through for the hardcore underground.
Come on, I've only got 7 authority points.
Yes, you really came through for the hardcore underground. How come?
Kim's great. Why did you come through for the hardcore underground?
Andre is busy cutting some slightly less lame, but still quite ungainly shapes on the church floor. Sweating.
Alright, so with $314 billion might make a really good card game. Yeah, Ben Brode only got $30 million of Marvel money. It's cheap stuff.
A cell using her contact mic to listen to a tree underwater. The one with the large head is blasting the dance track on repeat, while the stained glass window behind him is rattling from the bass.
Looking forward to hear Egghead say some more stuff.
Sire, the tent. 'Twas a security risk. And in here, sanctuary. 'Twas only noble of you.
Kids get spunk, I admire that. Better here than the tent. It wasn't safe, it's safer here. I'm genuinely into the hardcore lifestyle, you understand. I'm corrupt Copkin, this is a corrupt scheme. I did it for mankind, for all of mankind. Better than that tent, it wasn't safe.
Okay.
Keeps it laconic.
What he means is, you're right,
Short.
actually. The tent was a safety hazard, and this place was deserted anyway.
What do you think about the church? What did the golem tell you about the church? Why are you suspicious of everything? What's with the clothes? Now that our signs are synced, can you help me contact the boat? Let's ask everything else before this. What do you think of the church?
It's a miracle of carpentry. Their bodies carved into total shapes. Now it can be something more.
Say as a carpenter yourself, which Cell mentioned. How old do you think this church is? Over 300 years? What style? What do you mean by dead bodies? How do you like the glass work? How you settling in? Carpenter?
I don't say much anything as a carpenter anymore. They tried to make me into a reckoner and a leveler. Made me a bit manic, you know. I regret the time I dedicated to that profession. And that worker collective. I say things more as a member of the hardcore side dance community these days.
Not gonna ask me how you know you were a carpenter?
Why? You're a cop. I carry carpentry tools.
How old do you think this church is? 300 years?
That's right. The first settlers built it.
He's right.
6
We already
more
knew
like
this.
it. On the coast here was one of the first things they did. Must have been really scared of something. But I understand. Alone on an uninhabited archipelago. Forced to face themselves and nature.
Right after
Free
they found
industrial
it.
quantities of solitude.
Dolores Day Sam out here.
Perhaps something more fundamental.
He means something paranatural. He must...
I would want to build a safe place for myself and my own as well.
What style is the
Cop was
church?
into building critique. Okay then. This is folk DeLoreanism.
He's right.
Warmonger. It's a subset of early DeLorean architecture.
I'm not just a cop. What's DeLorean architecture? Stainless steel. I'm an art cop.
Art of core.
Hard of core. What's DeLorean architecture like?
Total.
Total.
Everything between an ancient concrete cathedral and a glass cube is DeLoreanism. This is just an homespun version of it. Folksy stuff. Early mass production. They made thousands like this. Does that help you out?
So there's a lot of churches that look exactly like this. What would DeLorean building look like?
Woman there. Vertical, thin, white, a false image of grandeur. The source of the system is up there. You're at the bottom. They really dug that power vertical. Like to show off large and intricate structures. Arches,
By the reds to make out your story and blues. The heroes and decks are based off them.
You know.
So it's the streamer meta game. There was something like that released a few years ago. DeLorean Kodak. But I want to relate to the DeLorean car, which is spelled differently, of course. They were painting everything white. This is terrible. Marriage is great. Marriage is sacred. This church isn't painted white as far as I can tell. Well, yeah, but it's like fade over time, yeah?
Stands to reason it used to be white on the outside.
Right, exactly.
Before the sea wind took all the paint off.
Year after year, flake after flake, whitewashed clean, then covered in green moss, slowly peeled by the wind. Your skin crawls from the sensation as you look around. It was probably white and gold, with light red flower motives. Part of you, assumed to be lost to nerve damage, knows this style to be Ubi DeLoreanism.
I like this. I want to sound like our guy. Is there such a thing as Ubi DeLoreanism, or did I just make that up? Spammy notes.
Good catch, Art Cop.
Good catch, Art Cop.
The herdsmen of the Ubi Sun Islands come here on the first boats. Their flowery version of DeLoreanism could be what we're standing in.
The Ubi are known for their partiality.
Getting some good XP.
And sheep. They come from an island called Ubi Suant, the only place in the world that has a question mark in its name. You should be able to remember about Ubi Suant, but all that's coming to mind is the sheep.
The island Ubi Suit, the only place in the world that has a question mark in its name. Right. Right. That's good. My dead bodies?
Dead bodies of perennial plants. Sigma functions have left this place. It's a good thing we came along. The spiritual collapse has been total.
Spiritual
I
collapse.
saw some piglets suckling their dead mother. Have you heard this one, Cop Man? After a short while, they shuddered and went away. They had sensed that she could no longer see them, and that she wasn't like them anymore. What they loved in their mother weren't her body, but whatever it was that made her body live. End of quote. This is an high-quality carcass. The power of anodic beats and hard bass is needed to reanimate it.
Okay. Bodies are useless. Only life is good. So reinvigorating the church is something new. Where's the quote from? First. Saying you're not a big fan of the innocent system. You're saying his religion has stopped being hardcore. What exactly are you saying? Where's that quote from?
Sarai's man, who lived a long time ago. An ancient hardcore brother.
Religion has stopped being hardcore.
It never
No milk
was.
anymore.
A 3,000-year-old regime of history, built by hundreds of
There's
generations
a place
of
in the UK with an exclamation mark part of its name.
intellectuals.
Huh.
It's false to the core.
I can't think of anything strange like that here.
The way he says it, the
False to the core.
False core is invested with 20 kilotons of disgust.
You guys said the Ecclesiastes were all about love and hardcore before, remember? Pros dance musical split system. I even agree with you about the Ecclesiastes being okay with this. What about before, though?
I only said unity. One word. Figures of authority always misquote you.
Ah.
Andre doesn't care about the Ecclesiastes. He just wants the operation to run smoothly. And Egg is a demi-beast. You shouldn't listen to what people say. You should listen to what they are. But were you wrong? The founding party is okay with everything. Look around. They don't have enough love for the human crew to oppose anything anymore. We're on our own.
That's still a lie. Reassert yourself.
Wait, is it? You lied to me. I'm tired of people lying to me. I'm worried that could break. If he gets mad at us, I'm worried it could break the coalition side quest.
Mewling wimp. Pathetic.
All right.
Melodic dance music. Regular dance music wasn't hard enough.
What about the glass work?
Fucker giving me the evil eye.
Doesn't like it. Negative vibes from her too. That's her answer to Dolores Day. Mind your words. You want to get inside church, now you don't like the stained glass window. Negative vibes.
No wonder. We have to get rid of it.
Ooh, he wants to get rid of the broken up glass window.
Giant mass murderer looking at ya. Not a good look for the club.
Mellow, man, mellow.
Mellow.
No one's a mass murderer. This is a house of love. Mass murder on the floor.
Wow. Mass murder on the floor. She's the essence of humanism. Humanism seems to be a pretty big deal around here, but she's pretty. Yeah, but like, who isn't accused of being a mass murderer these days? The resettlement programs are totally okay. I'm a big fan of resettlement programs for some reason. I do feel there's something terrifying about her. Isn't she supposed to be the embodiment of the world spirit? Wouldn't you say she was, human? I'm done talking about her. I don't want to think about her anymore. I do feel there's something terrifying.
There is. She is a party repellent and must be taken down before we can begin partying in here.
Take her down, crash it, destroy that window. Keep it, keep the beautiful shards, keep her long face and hair. Destroy the window. I'm a little curious if it'll change the room, actually, or if they'll say, yeah, we'll do that later.
Will do.
It's his toolbox as if it were a cat.
So annoyed. Stop twisting my melon, man. People are gonna love it. It'll be our thing. Plus, it keeps the cold out.
But she's the essence of humanism. Humanism is a pretty big deal. Okay, so yeah, Andrea doesn't like it, but we can say other things. Isn't she embodiment of the world spirit?
The world spirit does not have a body. It has organs. Hardcore is an organ of the world spirit. This Arno van Eyck track is an organ. The carpentry and glass cutting that built this house are also organs. She's a thief, if you ask me. An organ thief. All innocences are.
But she's pretty.
The beauty you're feeling.
She'd ban the
Being
beauty.
Glass cutters and iconographers. You set the standard, all right. Then you meet it. It's effective like that, but it is also very soft of core. That so-called beauty of hers.
It seems I like it soft. It's anything but softcore. It's terrifying. You're right. I like it hardcore. It's terrifying.
You may be onto something,
Hmm.
Copper Man. She's got those mass murdering hips.
Would you say she was human?
I like this question, Cop Man. She did not live the life of a human.
Right.
She lived like someone who's playing a game. The life of an operator. That's not the life that humans live. She was adored. Humans aren't. I don't know about you, but they hate me. And they do not think I'm innocent or some shit like that.
I hate this too. Point to yourself. I don't know what you're talking about. I have thousands of fans surrounded by love and support all the time. She was a player. She played it all. It's all just gave to her. I hate this too. Point to yourself.
Well, they loved her. They put all their love in her and forgot all about the rest of us.
Okay. I guess we'll do the humanism line. Maybe we'll do these lines too.
Humanism leads to eating sugar and pigs. Humanism was invented to mass-produce billions of humans. Billions of humans can mass-produce hundreds of billions of pigs.
And many, many more tons of sugar.
First you get the sugar, then you get the power.
She liked games. Her legacy, the thing we live
Why is this going anywhere? It's just kind of getting perspective.
strategy for some kind of
Perspective of his anti-religion view here.
opponent. But, yo, I'm only annoyed. What do I know?
Who isn't accused of mass murder these days?
No one says Arno van Eyck is a
Right.
mass murderer.
Sure.
The Nordic pioneer Rietveld is not a mass murderer. Likewise, no one says Jermaine Egghead or
He's right.
Andre are mass murderers. You can live entirely outside that suspicion.
He's right.
Millions of people go about not being guilty of mass murder. Just not her.
He's right. I like that line. I don't think I'm gonna say I'm cool with the resettlement programs. Okay.
It's a strange choice of words. Caustic. Overflowing with negativity.
I don't want to think about it. What a strange choice of
That
words.
can't be healthy.
Ooh.
What's happening here? Why
I
do you
need-
keep coming back to this window?
I needed godly volition. I needed 4 more points of volition to not take damage there. Everything's okay. I don't know. It's a nice window. I don't know.
Well, you shouldn't. You shouldn't come back to this anymore. Stop talking about it. Please.
Let's talk about the glasswork again. I've been thinking about her. How are you saying, man?
Cop man.
Hard to
I
say.
did get to talk to the crab man though. Anyway, he's been giving me kind of a psychic rundown of this place. Dude's seen some crazy shit, but he's actually a lot like us.
Mean all his mother's love stuff isn't too spooky for you? Mean all sobriety stuff isn't too restrictive for you?
Talking to him, I realised that sobriety can be pretty hardcore too. I gotta respect it. The man picks up on stuff, and he knows a lot about the church. I got a lot to learn from him. Good thing you didn't squash him.
Okay. Boy, Noid's got a lot of stuff. I wanna
No, man. Dead
see if we say let's talk about the glasswork again, if we take a bunch of morale damage.
The mass murderer. Why?
Oh, never mind. No, it actually just gets us back where we were. Okay.
Sure.
Are you suspicious?
People are esoteric people. We don't go around spilling everything to Johnny Law. They don't call me Noid for nothing. It took us setting out for this whole enterprise to get our signs synced.
Why are you called the Noid? Avoid the Noid?
Short for paranoid.
What good is being suspicious? What are you suspicious of?
A reasonable question. Say I get hurt. I want to make sure it never happens again. So I analyse the situation. Exercise caution.
Paranoid, you're right.
Suspicion.
It's safer here when you trust no one. Not even yourself. What are you suspicious of? Everything.
It'd be easier to list stuff I'm not suspicious of. I'm not suspicious of sound and colour. Mechanics and chemistry also have a trueness about them. Most anything else deceives. Wants to steal your life away.
Color with a U? Oh, man. As an American, I'm highly suspicious of this.
This is a good, dangerous line of questioning. You should prod him on.
What's the most suspicious things?
I don't have a top 10 list of things I'm most suspicious of, but if I had one,
Just saves opinions on
their
music.
flight complex would be number 1. Number 2 would be their sole accomplishment, the pig wheat paradigm.
I thought it was the pig sugar paradigm.
Something is off here. You feel like it should be the other way around.
Does this mean you're mentally ill? Does this mean the left-right paradigm? Don't you mean the left-right paradigm and the pig-wheat complex? What's suspicious of the production of pork and wheat? Alright, don't mean the pig-wheat complex.
No, politics is an inert complex of daily corruption and inane think pieces. The real paradigm is economic, and it concerns pig and wheat. This is where the innovation happens. It's only a theory, but I suspect they're breeding a pig-wheat hybrid. Probably in Grad.
They're making the no! No! The pig-wheat hybrid scares me. I eat low-carb. Pig is low-carb. Wheat is high-carb. If you make a pig-wheat hybrid, some sort of wheat pig, I can't avoid the carbs. Do it the left-right business.
I prefer not to. Both ask the wrong questions. Any spark of light from either one is accidental. Their combined movement's only concern is producing enough pig and wheat for everyone. The end goal of humanity.
And the billions of
The
pigs.
original mistake was assuming that words have more being than bodies. That's what led us astray, far from our true lives, but we may yet find a way back.
Whatever this true life is, you feel it's the real centerpiece of this mythology.
What's suspicious about pork and wheat?
It's only our shit. We should make better use of not being animals, or cereal grain, ourselves.
What's bad about cereal grain? It's got the carbs! Having enough food can be a precursor for great things. What's bad about animals? Animals are cute. Yeah, we're terrible at this. What's bad about animals? Animals are cute. What's bad about cereal grain?
Yes, having food is means to an end, but the left never talks about the end, only the means. Caps are likewise suckers, constantly sleepless in worry.
Okay. So Noid... I'm not gonna say you mentally ill, I guess not. Yeah, so Noid thinks that there's just this cycle of meaningless life. And hypnotic music gives you a meaningful life. That's stimulating. What about someone else?
Flicker.
Oh, we can now ask, what you mentioned true life. What would that be like?
Life is true if it's free from fear.
Right.
Eternal division among oneself.
But he's suspicious of everything. He has much fear.
Mankind has seeds of greatness in it. A germinal will come, a return to trueness. It will be hardcore.
How would you go about returning to this true life?
Some bright lights to shatter falsehoods.
Right.
Nerve impulses for the collective body. We are very much alike in basic structure. An hard enough beat would awaken everyone to a truer calling. In unity.
Use music to break you out of the pig-wheat cycle.
Just like that. The speed freak is right in your face. His eyes burning. His comrades look on worriedly. The young man is dead serious about this.
He's becoming too powerful.
Rejection of the right-left.
More XP? More
Emphasis
XP?
on unity. Appreciation of some primordial mode of being. What does that remind you of?
Sort of like fascism. We're doing the Anakin Skywalker thing, someone should just, find the right thing to do and then do it. That sounds an awful lot like dictatorship to me. Well, if it works. You're making fun of me.
Nationalism, militarism, racism, and emphasis on a leader character are totally absent in hardcore.
Fair enough. Didn't mean it's a bad thing. But shouldn't the ones that are more hardcore over the ones that are less hardcore offer them guidance?
If some want to lead and others want to be led, I think they are welcome to it.
So you're advocating a noise-based society, but you keep it hardcore. What does that mean to you?
Utmost dedication. Thoughts from the spinal cord. It's a potent superlative as well.
The term also
More XP.
signifies certain varieties of pornography that depict penetration, just so you know.
As opposed to softcore, yes,
Egghead usually has a better concept of the hardcore. He just really likes saying hardcore. Hardcore!
Hardcore, yeah! Shots behind the mixed table. The term hardcore also denotes a strain of pornography that depicts penetration. Did you know that?
That's a pretty hardcore coincidence, don't you think? Yeah!
Yeah! Advocating a noise-based society.
Many non-Occidental cultures share a beat at their art. Thus, they are closer to true hardcore life. There's just never been enough of them, and they had to rely on some extremely basic percussion.
Let's change the subject.
Sure thing.
Conceptualization godly. Internalize the hardcore aesthetic. Don't just nod along. Really feel it. +1, harden up your ledger. +1, analyze the beat. +1, Perkinarianism is love. What's with the clothes? Alright. Internalize the hardcore. Maybe we should ask this first, though. What's with your clothes?
Hardcore.
Is that it?
They're just clothes.
Okay. They look outlandish. Thought there'd be more to it.
Just a style.
It's just a style.
Normal hard style. Anyone can wear it.
What did the golem tell you about the church?
Crabman's been lurking here for a while. He's experienced things. Things that give off bad signs. As far as we can tell, the Ubies built this place about 320 years ago as a sarcophagus.
There's dead bodies here?
Not like a literal sarcophagus. I'm just being metaphorical.
What's the metaphor for?
Casement, confinement, of something they were afraid of. Something new and unheard of on the east.
Oh!
I think that's what the Crabman is experiencing when he climbs around upstairs.
I think this is the first implication we've heard of this. So this is saying that they deliberately built the church around the silence anomaly. Which makes some sense.
Like, this is some old world shit the Ubies had heard about. I thought the best way to deal with it was to build a church surrounding it to contain it.
Contain what? The
I
silence.
don't know. And it's not something they properly understood either, what it does. But it's what this Sona person is looking
Right.
for and trying to measure. It'll be fruitless though. She won't be able to measure it. People like that always want to measure everything. All those things they really can't.
The wood creaks as a gale blows by. Outside,
Shivers.
dust particles fall through the darkness, settling down on the age-bleached floorboards. The structure does not feel particularly durable.
This church is falling apart.
No. It's pretty fucking unsound if you ask me. They should have built a club for anodic music around it instead. Anodic music will definitely contain whatever we're dealing with. And if it can't, well...
He shrugs. Why is Suna gonna fail?
Seems to be the trend around here, doesn't it? You can't measure shit like this. It's not like... substance.
I found a doomed commercial area in Marinese. Maybe it's the same thing the Ubies were trying to contain.
Like a concentric ring spreading out. The struggling villages. And that is what caused the communards to fail in defending the beachhead. Yeah, a lot of failure has gone down around here.
Think there's any merit to the theory?
I don't know.
Maybe.
Maybe not. It's not even a thing we can answer, Cop Man. Even I have limits. I'm a limited psi person. Maybe you can figure things out, Cop Man.
All right.
I think we got on a good level here. The signs are syncing up well.
Let's try to internalize hardcore.
What's on your mind?
Oh, no, it's not voiced. We've seen a few lines not have the voiced lines proper. I mean, out of millions, that's fine, I guess. Dedicated, hyperactive, unified. You will have to add something of your own to understand this list of loosely formed qualities called hardcore. You need to make your own entry. Make it. Yeah, ATD points out we load roll +2/+3, but it was exactly enough.
This is for your posse. They got to keep it up. They got to move. You are the major mic enforcer.
This one was voiced.
Jumping around, as this
Wow.
sort of music requires, is actually a taxing physical activity and should be dignified with a sports suit.
Hard people, hard republic, hard cell, hard party, hard riot, hard government, core membership, core secretary, core teachings, core fighters. Long live the world that gave shape to hardcore to complete itself. A true heir to DeLorean values. 3.5 centuries and the gift keeps on giving. I've got the money, I got the place, you got the figure, you got the face. Let's get together, we're jumping all over the world. I am the law. I'm thinking we're in sports apparel as my hardcore get-up to maximize the mobility of limbs. You know it feels unfair. There's a party everywhere. Don't see if you have anything to add to the hardcore. He says, I am the law.
Start the war. Hit the floor. We need more. Army of hardcore.
Thought gained. Hardcore aesthetic. What is, besides maybe some dialogue options in the future, what bonus does that give if we research it? We've been cheating on looking what these give. +1 volition, +1 endurance. Can we contact the coalition?
You sure that's a good idea? Those are some serious frequencies you want to mess with.
Come on, Noid. I think we owe him.
Asel's right. He's one of us now. Guess it would be pretty soft core for me to say no, wouldn't it? Yeah, alright. But if you're going to sync up with them, you're going to need a serious wave generator of your own. You understand what I'm saying?
What about the radio relay tower it lands in? Is that serious enough?
Not likely.
Oh, no.
Scoped that spot a while back. It's shortwave stuff, mostly commercial. Plus, it's all rusted out.
Ruby's car has a good radio.
Build it ourselves! We built this nightclub, we can build anything!
Egg is right, there's no other way. Wait, could we build a radio transmitter?
Yeah, maybe. Tech-wise, radio's not the spookiest thing around. Our part's finding an antenna big enough to align with those megalo frequencies.
An antenna hardcore enough to shake the whole world!
Hardcore.
Maybe not that big, but pretty big.
So we did, right. We got the hardcore, so we got +1 for hardcore aesthetics in our thought pool. +1 acquainted with local landmarks. +1 cavalry officer's perspective. -1 boring cop, boring ideas. Come with a sight for the mega long wave radio antenna.
Close your eyes. Unfold your mental map of Martinez. It's morning. You're standing on the plaza before the whirling in rags. The wind pushes a piece of tear across the cracked tiles. From the north comes the malicious laughter of 2 children.
Turn to face the bay, which is where the most space is. Turn to face the apartments. Turn to face the traffic circle, which maybe we could build it into the statue.
You turn around. The morning sun is blinding. You bring your hand to your brow, and a great shadow materializes before you. A towering beast, frozen in mid-air.
The statue.
Centaur Man is made of metal. With the right gear, we could make it work.
I assume this is the only way it can go. I assume if you look towards the bay, it's like, nah, that wouldn't work. If you look towards the apartment, it's like, nah, that wouldn't work. But I wonder if there are 3 different locations. The statue was the first thing that made sense to me. spot. I wonder if there are 2 other options. This is very good. Brooks says, damn, save nice conceptualization. It's on the game's cover. we need to integrate the statue into our storyline.
Yeah! Connect the centaur to the lorries! Unite the whole roundabout in hardcore waves!
Hardcore.
Sounds like Egg saying you could use some of the spare cables.
Can't confirm. This bit of the quest completely unknown to you.
And increase the wavelength, which would pretty much make the old roundabout one giant antenna.
One roundabout! One wavelength! Hardcore!
About time. Those other antennas were cramping my style. Someone gets down, I'm not interested in details. Are you sure this is legal? I will make it legal. I feel like I'm gonna need to apologize to someone. It's a very big antenna. Tired of those other antennas cramping my style. You can't build the tower elsewhere. Okay, so yeah, we would've got a line about, you know, things not being good enough, I guess. Recommend saving before doing this quest. Okay.
It's gonna be the most hardcore antenna in Martin Hayes, and probably all of Revershall West.
Kim's a very patient man.
We have the ants!
He is, about everything. About us doing the... He's patient about us doing the cryptid side quest, too. And now the music.
He's right. All we're missing now is the transceiver itself. Soon as you find one, we'll be all set.
I'm supposed to find a radio transceiver. Ruby's car, right?
I don't know. Buy one? Steal one? I don't know your cop ways.
And before you ask, no, you can't have the radio from my kinema.
You know what, Kim? I'll find a better radio. Point taken. Doesn't even have someone we could use? Do radio computers have transceivers in them? But yeah, but not big enough, I guess, maybe. I think I saw a radio in that office near the harbor. Did I? Radio in the office near the harbor. Doesn't Egg have his son?
Do it. We just got this place set up. Can't go risking Egg's most important equipment.
What about radio computers?
Probably. Thing is, you'd have to be an engineer to get it out. I'd stick with regular radios if I were you.
What about the radio in the office near the harbor, which,
Some equipment from harbour could work. Worth the legwork at least.
I don't want to complain to Kim. Alright, I'll need to find a transceiver.
While you're gone,
the office with a telephone. I'm not sure what office to talk about. Yeah, I'm not either, unless...
When you got it.
Yeah, it does say office. I was gonna say, there was the little guard booth. There was the little guard booth of Renee's. But, and yeah, there was the phone. There was the phone in that office. I don't remember the radio. Okay, well, I think it's already Hearthstone time. Man, I want to see all these conversations. But it's probably gonna have to wait. Does Egghead have something really short? Oh, look, it's like computer code. Suna's actually saying computer code. He says, oh no, I know. Can you give us inside the spire? Don't really give it away. What about the white hole thing? You want to try to use the silence itself as an antenna? It's not 5:30 yet. 26 minutes to the traditional half an hour past. The Lawyer Church, the place to be. Make some noise, my church people.
Vibrations thump through your blue soul. The music sounds much better in the church. A hawthorn tree on Rue de Saint-Gislain, tangled in its branches, something bronze flutters in the wind.
Well, we already did the hawthorn tree.
He stands on stage behind a table, nodding along to the music and waving his hand in the air. In front of him, the audio mixer, one reel spinning.
I don't know if it's part of the background or if it's like part of his shirt, but this little orange thing here always makes him look like he's got like these fish gill ears to me. Is this the Namor superhero or whatever?
The other reel deck is empty. Cables run hither and thither. On one side, you see an auxiliary line in with the number 4.5 written next to it.
I said, I want to know what this is. Well, we're not going to go all the way and do the antenna stuff. I mean, I'm going to talk to Suna and Andre. How do you like it at the church? Yeah.
Back on the case. No disgrace. Bring it down to party place. The first page of the second chapter.
Seems like some sci-fi ears he likes to wear. Yeah, it's curious looking.
Could it be?
Conceptualization.
Maybe for him, you only have a chapter or two left in you. Last of the penultimate. Or
Last of the penultimate. More like the last side quests. Say we're weird. What do you think's wrong with the music?
Sometimes I just feel like anodic music isn't something. It's like it. I think it's super hardcore. But
Okay.
you're right. It's not hyper hardcore.
I am the law and expert in these matters. Let me be the judge of what it is. Hyper, super, ultra hardcore. I could sell it for you, but not right now.
The young man looks at you reverently, as if observing the judgment inside your head. Growing, taking form. His friend drops his loitering act and turns toward you two. He, too, waits for your judgment with undivided attention. If anything, it sounds a bit proto, like it's not.
Wow!
For a moment, you
I think you might be right. But how could it be now? This what? Oh yeah,
but you're not.
I know. So yeah.
Yeah, we still don't have whatever we need to make the music even harder core. But yeah, Egghead didn't have much. Andre probably has quite a bit.
Yeah, it's all set up, man. Can you already imagine 1,000 people in here? 10,000!
No, I can't imagine 10,000 people in here.
Ecstatic vibrations, totally transcendent. And I've finished setting up the new compressor too. Now the only thing left to do is the name of the club. Will you do the honors, detective?
What do you propose his name? 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 What would Kim call the club? I would call it the Anodic Dance Club. What do you think, Andre?
Name. Everything I managed to come up with sounds just wrong.
Andre's overthinking it.
Yes, you should do it, detective. It would be good for the signs.
Noid's right. You've helped us so much. It's the right thing to do.
What about you, though, Sal?
How about something simple? Like the club?
I thought that's what Kim would say.
Too modern and too ironic. We don't want ironic. We want real. Real and true and beautiful. Like a morning after the rave.
I said you choose one. No, we're asking opinions. We're asking opinions. Egghead, you must have an idea. I call it the Hardcore Club of the Hardcore. Yeah.
Yakokata! Yakokata! The place to be!
Yeko Qatar, the zone of ecological catastrophe. That's too morbid, Egg. Got anything else?
Hardcore! Hardcore to the mega!
Uh-huh.
No, it has to be bigger than hardcore. Yes, it has to be even bigger than hardcore to the mega.
Believe in the
It has to be
hardcores.
bigger than the scene.
No one give me your 2 cents.
Amnesia.
Like the... I can't remember the name of the club, Amnesia.
Amnesia!
Hardcore amnesia. So hardcore you can't remember if it's hardcore. Yeah.
Not amnesia, guys.
Suna, what do you think?
I don't.
Right. I was going to say I don't care.
We have too many opinions anyway.
Kim, how would you name the club? Which, like I said, I thought he would just say Anodic Dance Club.
I wouldn't.
Hmm.
I wouldn't build a club, and I wouldn't name it either.
An underground place with no name? Sounds like something the Crabman would say.
We're not going with anything the Crabman would say.
Why not? The Crabman has ideas, Estelle. Ideas from another level of consciousness.
I don't care. I don't like the Crabman, and I don't like his ideas. His ideas are spooky. Next, please.
I've come up with a name.
You have? Well,
Oh, Disco Elysium. Ah. Revachol West. The Return. No truce with the Furies. But you gotta say Disco Elysium, right? We truly were the Disco Elysium. Although, actually, I wonder if we... I might rerun this to say Disco Elysium. I wonder if you say this like, nah. Well... No, it's just the game's original name. I did not know that. It comes up one other time. You can say to Kim when you're trying to name the case. You can try to say call it like the Furies Behind the Mirror, and Kim's like, "Oh, I like it. It's poetic." There's only one problem. This case has nothing to do with Furies or a mirror. Let's go with a different name.
like that DeLorean word for the world, you mean? Elysium.
But Disco Elysium? Isn't it wacky? Disco's kind of gone, isn't it? Forgotten.
The past is the future, but the future is dead.
That's a good line.
No, it's beautiful. Beautiful and brave. Like we want it to be.
And short. And memorable.
It's settled then. Everyone welcome to Disco Elysium.
Andre breaks into frenzied dance-like motion to celebrate the name. Someone turns up the beat.
He's doing like a river dance. What are you doing, Andre?
I'm dancing.
Another strange pattern of moves. Looks kind of lame.
Soft core gyrating is supposed to be dancing.
We should talk about your dancing.
Yes, my man.
Talk? What is there to talk about if you can express yourself with moves? Audio waves thump against your ribcage. The speaker setup makes everything sound much better, but the beat is still so weak.
Composure impossible. No words, just dance. I get 4 bonuses, but it's still only 3%. Here's a white check, though. We can retry it. We must dance, and we'll fail, and then we'll try to up it. +4, but your base is 2. Yeah. What's up with the hair?
It's to express my individuality.
Is that a bald spot? It's hard to tell for sure with the fused together spikes, but it looks like he's balding.
This is mean to say. Because you're balding? It's important to be individual?
Because I'm balding, yes. I want to fuse the remains of my hair together before it leaves me. I want to show my hair. I don't give a fuck how old you think I am. I'm 20.
How old are you?
Not 20.
Is that important? To be an individual?
Of course it is. Otherwise, I'd just be another poor guy with no education and no money. General issue, man. Now I'm all that, and I have radical spikes.
Fair enough. That's idiotic is the other thing.
Maybe it was a bad idea. Anyway, goodbye.
Okay, let's do 2 things. See, we're delaying Hearthstone just like people wanted. So I want to see 2 things. 1, before we lose this quick save, I want to see if you can name the club something besides Disco Elysium, or if they just convince you out of it. And then we want to try the dance thing. And I guess we'll talk to Suna. We've talked to everybody else.
Yeah, ecstatic vibration. Now the only thing left to do is the name of the club.
You have? Well...
Revachol West.
Wow, it's big! A club for entire Revachol West. So big.
Sounds like money.
Sounds like future.
It's settled then.
Huh?
Everyone, welcome to Revachol West.
Andre breaks into
Okay.
Dancing.
that soft
Yes, my man.
talk. Audio waves thump.
Goodbye, officer.
So you actually, it will let you call it whatever you want. Nice. And yeah, it's just close up first. Yeah, let's still push our composure a little higher. I think we have 3 composure boosting things. We've got our parka. And we've got our shoes. And we've got, what's the last composure gear? We've got one other thing, I think. These pants. The jeans. Alright, I think that's as far as we can go on composure.
It's good to see you.
So we boosted it from 3% to 28%.
You close your eyes.
Nice. Although I kind of want to see what happens if you fail.
Brain to wonder, where did that little fluttering light go?
Total darkness. You sink down the darkest fathoms of your own personal deep, vertebrae by vertebrae, through the unformed skulls of your mind.
Did you note that? This says through the unformed skulls of your spine. The voice line was unformed skulls of your mind. Neither of them make much sense.
Here it will begin.
Where'd the church go? Where'd the music go? What was that about unformed skulls?
I'm gonna let you in on a little secret.
Totally new voice.
Vertebrae in your spine is an unformed skull ready to pop up and replace the old one. Like shark teeth. The one you're currently in has a little brain forming in it, waiting for its turn.
Spine brain. But yeah, this is a totally new voice. Also, the ancient reptilian brain line read was wrong. It is unformed skulls of your spine, not mind.
To rule the world.
Is that true? As it ought to be. Where is it? Who are you? As it ought to be. Where's that mind?
In the spinal cord.
What do you want?
From what I can see, it's about to bust a move.
Bust a move. Don't bust a move. Where'd church go?
Who fucking cares?
I hate wicked life. I hate this world. I hate and fear everything. All I want is to dance. Just let me dance. Good.
No, not good. Orgasmic.
Where'd the music go?
Oh, don't worry. The music's still there. It's
what?
You who is gone.
I can't hear anything. Concentrate on hearing.
Nothing. Just the immaculate silence of your spinal
Which is what this part's the game.
Electrified.
Bust a move.
Foolhardy. Do you even know what's happening on the surface? Maybe 1,000 years have passed. Or maybe you started spazzing out like 2 seconds ago.
With your eyes still closed, the first thing you feel, all the way back in the pivoting darkness of your own torso, is warmth. You have become a triumph of rhythmoplastics, somewhere in a smelly wooden church on the coast of Revachol. The wounds from the war you waged on your body are healing, twist by twist, turn by turn.
Disco heals our alcohol-ravaged body.
As you open your eyes, you should scream, hyper, hyper. It seems appropriate.
Hyper, hyper. Open your eyes, dancing in a detour. Well, hyper, hyper.
You have become a flawless interlocking mechanism, a flesh and bone approximation of the throb coming from the speaker setup of the one called Eggheads, entirely, rigidly imbecilic, without pity or fear.
And now we have solved our alcohol and drug problem forever. Look, there is no arthritis in our joints. There is no age in our body. Only the dance with our flashlight and our bag of discarded plastics.
Free from self-awareness, no deliberation, only, and I mean only, execution.
Oh my god! No way!
Yes way. Hard cop! This is really happening. Hard cop!
With his reel-to-reel mixer blasting the anthem of a future that will never come.
He's very unseen into a few waves like that.
For a second.
And Lars says the flashlight, having the light go everywhere is actually pretty great.
He throws a screwdriver and a bunch of drill chucks into the corner and explodes into dance. What he lacks in sharpness, he more than makes up for in violent enthusiasm.
Turn to us, what are you doing? Dance, it's the law! Kim, get in here! Say anything more I can do, I want to break the limits. Guys, I'm out, you stop. Now, I assume we get to do all 3 of these. I hope I'm right. What are you doing, Estelle?
The young woman lifts her headphones up slightly and raises her chin, looking at you expectantly.
Asil, aren't you going to dance?
No, recording.
The lead programmer throws the other young woman a knowing glance before turning her attention back to her own work. She's still at her mainframe, pressing buttons, reading printouts, but she started nodding her head along to the music.
Wait, sorry. I actually thought I could point at a seal. Dance, Andre, it's the law!
The young man immediately bounces.
Oh, and he is doing a different dance.
Assumes the same dance pattern, embellishing it with some sort of waving motion.
He's not doing the river dance anymore. He's doing a different dance animation.
The authority of the law is clearly unquestionable.
Kim, get in here. Probably not gonna happen.
What's going on here? Delinquents.
He looks at the unhinged lunatics.
This is clearly a Code 31 emergency.
Second thought, I don't need to involve the lieutenant in this pioneering dance stuff. Get in here and dance. Code 31, says Drama.
The lieutenant squeezes the bridge of his nose.
Gets you on the dance floor.
Off his glasses. He's obviously having trouble adjusting to this new reality.
A Code 31 emergency? Really?
Yes, officer, I'm in need of assistance. On the dance floor. It's not really an emergency, Kim, I lied. You should have lied. Sorry, Kim, I thought it would be fine to call Code 31, even though it was a real code. Need assistance on the dance floor.
The lieutenant crosses his arms with a bemused look.
I want him to do this. That's what I want.
What's happening?
I'm undercover. Not doing anything. The music made its mind a long time ago. I'm implementing. Help, Kim. I think I'm turned into some kind of hyperstar. I know this looks great. Feels so good to stuff. Undercover.
Good for you. Rock on, then.
I called you a dance.
What?
97%. Red check cannot be retried. I did say there was emergency dance floor, did I not? The emergency not enough Kim. I wonder if this works. Spot. +1 respects you. +1 dancing so infectious. +3 outrank him. We're double your freighters.
What's harder core than a little bit of
3% chance of failure. Double ones. Lars is reload.
Excuse me, what?
No. Stop immediately. Stop dancing and apologize.
Dance? Monkey fucker?
Then a breath of cold sea air fills the church as the lieutenant opens the door and steps out. You might be.
Man, now imagine end of you. Hope I remember, don't worry.
Oh, 3%. These are we gotta redo, and we have to roll the 27% chance again.
Oh, hey, man. It's good to see you.
You close your eyes and dream of the shapes your body should form to bring this strange music into life. For now, such ferocity of motion is beyond you.
But just imagine the moves you could pull to this futuristic beat.
Goodbye, officer.
Oh, I can only roll composure one time.
Oh, hey, man. It's good to see you.
You close your eyes.
But just imagine.
Goodbye, officer.
Right, so I can't play more points in the composure, so we need to re-roll. She said, wait, what? That's terrible. I rolled the 3% chance of failure. We had 97%, but it failed.
Oh,
Double
hey,
ones.
Man. It's good to see you.
You close.
But just imagine.
Goodbye, officer.
Oh, hey, man. It's good to see you.
You close your.
Dang.
Just imagine.
Goodbye, officer.
What's the thought to remove critical failures? Why don't you have that? I don't think there is one, is there? There's a thought that doubles the chance of critical success and doubles the chance of failure.
Oh, hey, man. It's good to see you.
You close your.
But just imagine the moves you could.
Goodbye, officer.
Maybe has the fake feeling this exact thing happened to them.
Oh, hey, man. It's good to see you.
You close your.
But
Ah,
just
dang.
imagine.
We cannot get these rolls anymore. I failed the Kim roll, and now it won't let me roll anything good. We've never passed the red check.
Oh, hey, man.
He said double crits fail? I think so. I did look it up at one point. Okay, here we go. Okay, we've triggered this much.
Who fucking cares? God, where is your God? Oh, don't. This is a Nothing.
To roll? Yes. It's up.
From what I can see.
Foolhardy.
With your eyes still closed, as you open your eyes, you have become free from self.
Oh my god!
With. He throws a screwdriver and a bunch of drill chucks. The young woman.
Asil, aren't you going to dance?
No.
The lead programmer throws the other young woman a knowing glance. She's still at her mainframe. The young with the authority of the law.
What's going on?
This is clear. The lieutenant is obvious.
The Code 31 emergency.
The lieutenant.
What's happening? Good for you. What?
Who's the one in charge?
There we go. Lieutenant, I'm only gonna pull rank on you one time, and that time is now.
Are you kidding me?
I am not. You must dance. It's all a joke to you, isn't it? Chain command. Joke, future dance joke. No more.
Get my what on?
Boogie woogie.
Sheesh, okay.
I want him to do this.
Okay, you psychopath. I see what you're doing there. It's jacked up footwork, plus is that Ubi folk dancing?
Or he can be really good. Either way, he can mimic our dance exactly.
Nah, it's not Ubi folk. It's hardcore.
Hardcore.
Yeah.
Whatever.
See some moves. Hardcore will never die, but you will. What? Say nothing. Push the footwork extra hard.
Oh yeah? I did 15 years in the juvenile crime unit. I can do age inappropriate.
He was the Kimball. He was the pinball infiltrator.
Now, check this shit out.
The lieutenant begins to heel kick the church floor with such intensity, it's reasonable to fear he'll kick a hole right through it, causing the floor to crack and the pillars to collapse, bringing the church roof down on all of you.
It's just as good as eating a sandwich with Kim.
It doesn't look like he'd give a shit either.
Is there anything more I can do? Want to break the limit?
The dynamic motion of your flailing body is bordering on the extreme. You're going off the charts. You feel as if turning on the hyperdrive will be a point of no return. It feels almost melancholy. Are you sure you have the entire posse along for this?
I don't... Unless no weight lets me get Suna to do more than nod her head. Together, where are you?
Here we go again. Hardcore fills the air. The sound above my head.
The what now? The sound above your what?
It rhymes with air.
Above my hair, man.
Okay, this is too imbecilic. Excuse me.
Shivers! 97% chance. What if we fail another 3%? +1, Suna's in. +1, Andre's dancing harder. +2, got Kim dancing. Turn on the hyperdrive, Chewie. This is the whole game has been leading up to this. The murder no longer matters.
Of the Martinez Inlet, in a small weather-beaten stave church, built 380 years ago by settlers from the Occident, most likely to guard against an anomaly at its center.
The silence.
The officer of the RCM is contorting his body into idiotically rigid shapes as he invents the future of dance music. It's the hardest anyone has ever danced.
It's a strange feeling I keep having. This cold even now.
I am La Rebachelière. I am the city.
Are you talking to me? What do you mean you are the city? Where's the Riddler?
I am a fragment of the world's spirit. The genius Loki of Revachol.
We just brought up the world spirit a little earlier.
My heart is the wind corridor. The bottom of my air is red. I have 100,000 luminous arms. Come morning, I carry industrial dust and let it settle on tree leaves. I shake the dust from those leaves and onto your coat.
That's all great. But can the world spirit disco? Come on, Shivers! Do a dance!
I've seen you. I've seen you. I've seen you with her. and I've seen you without her. I've seen you on the crescent of the hill.
Up on Marvel Hill or whatever it was? How you talking to me?
The modulations of my voice are noted down with thermometers and barometers. You feel me in your nostrils, on the little hairs on the back of your neck. I also reside in your lungs and vestigial organs. Everywhere there is space.
Here, between you, me, the tree, the rock, everywhere. Who am I? Why are you talking to me?
You are an officer of the citizens' militia, Jean Interrogate. When you wear your coat, you wear my soul. You move through my streets freely, in motor carriages and on foot. You have access to the hidden places. You also circulate among those who are hidden.
Those who are hidden.
I need you. You can keep me on this earth. Be vigilant. I love you.
Keep the spirit of Revachol on Earth?
An officer of the RCM.
And we die!
A small church with his eyes rolled back and his tongue lolling out. Several others are standing around him.
I was going to suggest that, when we fade out of this shivers, Kim is going to have to take us to the hospital again or take us to his car. And it actually does happen to a degree.
Had a good rest there?
I spoke to the city of Revachol.
Fuck yeah!
Right. That's better. That's better than Kim just going, you've gone crazy again.
I bet you did. Those were some advanced moves, man.
That's all great, but we should really get going. We spent enough time doing aerobic exercise for today.
All right. I'm glad that Noid gets in there first.
You might.
Noid totally gets it.
But
he's got the sine waves.
Like Egghead turned the volume down. Such is his respect.
Man! Now, man! Now imagine if we could do that, right? But with like 1,000 people.
End of human development. Mission complete.
End of human development. The human instrumentality project. Right, ecstatic. We go that far. My mission here is complete.
All right.
You're absolutely beat. Muscles relaxed and feet like noodles underneath.
Goodbye, officer.
Tremble. The time for...
We had this apocalypse thing trigger before, but I guess we undid that save.
Yes. It's so you perhaps. The face of the woman fractures. There will be herd killing. We all become vapor.
Alright, well, there's Cop of the Apocalypse again. Okay, well, it is definitely Hearthstone time, but we've talked to everybody but Suna in here. Did you do everything encrypted line? We have not looked at the left trap again, so yeah, I should try to remember to do that.
What is it?
How's the project going?
What?
How's the project going?
I can't hear you!
The project!
Oh, the project! It's not going well!
Why?
There's that guy! I need him to plug a 3.5 cable into the auxiliary input so that I can route the audio signal through the mixer into the speakers.
Well, you just ask him.
Listen to me! He only ever seems to care about hardcore tanks. Maybe you can get through his magic rhyme. Let me know how it goes.
Alright, we still...
A better deal! To the mega! Yeah! I can route it through auxiliary. What kind of a cable does she use? 3.5 or 4.5?
3.5, no doubt.
She uses 3.5. Yeah. The auxiliary lining is 4.5 millimeter. Don't mix.
It's not hardcore.
Oh no. We're going to be in this church forever.
That's out. We've been talking in this church for an hour and 58 minutes.
Don't worry. I have an adapter for it right here. Hang on. This is a 4.5. We're all good, people!
Whoa, thank God. Adapters noticeably degrade the sound quality.
Great! Someone got through to him. Okay, let's get it all set up. Can we turn the music off, please?
Everybody! Everybody! Don't panic! I'm going to turn off the honor for just a sec for a special scheduled event.
Scheduled instead of scheduled. We also had color with a U.
Honor will be back, but we're doing something else for one moment. All right, go tell her that Egghead is ready to rave to her tunes, and then I'll turn off the music.
Back and forth, back and forth. Let's get our Shivers gear back on.
Yes, what is it? Okay.
All right.
Think you can ask him to turn the volume down a bit? Just in case.
Maximum! Maximum is the only way!
I know it is, but...
He actually already turned it down, though, after we danced.
Instance? Just this one time? Maximum is not the only way, okay?
Pump it to the brick! Pump it to the hard master! There's no other way! Glue style!
Glue style?
Glue style? Okay, there literally is no other way. The mixing desk is glued to maximum.
Oh, that's glue style. Thanks, interfacing. The volume is glued to max, but he turned down the volume earlier.
He pumps it to the hard master. It's hopeless.
Volume is stuck on maximum.
Of course it is.
Yeah! Permanent enlightenment! Ray of sound!
Permanent enlightenment. Alright, so we'll want there to be some super important camera where you really need Kim to do some of your fuses because you already pulled rank on one time with dancing.
Never mind then. Let's get on with our project. I'm going to unmute the speakers on a count of 5. Everyone ready?
Egghead pumps his hand up in the air, waiting for the beat to drop.
Born ready.
Ready.
I'm ready if you two are detectives.
The lieutenant nods stoically. Suddenly, your palms are sweaty. The church seems cold and large, somehow.
Okay, ready. Wait.
What?
It's too dangerous on maximum volume.
No, we should definitely do
Okay.
this. I am going to do this. Ready?
Okay.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mute disengaged.
No wind outside, no waves, no floorboards creaking. Total, continuous silence. This is unnatural. The woman looks around. In the silence, you see dust move on the floorboards. The driver of the speaker vibrates in the air and then stops. Plasterwork begins to crumble down the walls. In the silence, a low hum starts creeping up your spine. It's a song inside you, not in the speakers, not in the room. A great bass sigh in the basement of your mind. Slowly, it builds until the air around you starts to vibrate.
We about to blow up the church?
It's out there now, in the world, made manifest. It will devour everything. The floorboards, the glass, the streets and the people. Nothing will remain.
Or maybe I blew up the world.
What's going on?
There's alarm in the man's voice. He steps back to scan the surroundings. Slight... devour everything. It's mutinous. Slight rattle like the crystal clattering.
It's getting louder.
Hosiana! Mother of Mega!
In his mind, a tidal wave approaching from afar, swallowing entire coastlines on its way. Salvation.
Never heard anything this hardcore in my life. It was in me at first. What's this weird rattling sound? Never heard anything this hardcore.
The beauty and the beat! The future of dance! Planetary!
No, Egg! It's the window!
Glass shards around Dolores Day's vacant heart appear to be vibrating from the sound. Almost looks like she's alive.
The corner of your eye, the lieutenant steps aside, cautiously. His eyes searching for a possible evacuation route.
The window is going to come down. No, the roof!
Come down to us! Love!
It's shaking the building's foundation. The floor twists.
That's it. I'm muting it.
Don't panic, it's beautiful. Pseudo muted.
Beautiful car! Beautiful life!
Shit! It doesn't stop.
Hmm.
Seal, have you?
Yes, I've turned it off.
The mic is nothing. This has nothing to do with Mike.
Wow, we had just enough shivers. If I hadn't swapped my jacket, we wouldn't have got this shivers line.
Andre, pull the compressor! The place is gonna come down!
Fuck! I can't shut it up. The signal's passed. It's not in here. It's...
In the mixing desk now, building into a positive feedback loop. This is it. A great roar. The vault of the roof twists above you. Glass shatters somewhere near the door. It's coming down.
Egghead, it's in the desk. Egghead, whatever you do, don't stop it. I'm wondering if this leads to our death. It might.
But then it stops. Totally and utterly. As if there never was a sound. Only your ears still ring from the shock. Everybody is staring at Egghead, holding a dangling cable in his hand. A black 3-pin connector.
Egg.
I pulled the plug. It was getting too hardcore.
You did good, Egg. Most of the place seems to be intact. Fucking hell. Programmer lady, tell me you were recording that.
4 years. 22 people. Millions of reals. All that time? This is what we were up against. Just erased it. Suliswolf isn't gonna believe this.
Yeah, but did you record it though? It was dope. I think we can use it.
Yes, Andre. I recorded it. Damn, I need to send some letters now. Thank you all for doing this. Eggman?
Eggman.
You too. And you, officer. I don't know what we've discovered, but I know what it sounds like now. That's a start.
Kim, did you hear that?
It was very hard not to. I think you're right. There is something going on here. And you need to be very careful with it.
I promise, officer. We will not play it again.
What was it?
Mathematical information from the anomaly, presented as a waveform. That's what it was technically. Theoretically, I have no idea. I've never even heard of anything like this.
A voice seems muffled in the silent church. It's your ears adjusting after the exposure.
Some kind of noise, the racist stuff. Apparently, yeah, maybe it's the ultimate computer in the world where you can compute things with radio waves. You know, silence loops back and it's calculating infinitely. I don't know. You gonna write Suslaw?
Yes, our lead designer. And maybe some of the producers too. And some of the writers. If they're sober enough to open a transmission. They need to hear.
That it wasn't her fault. Or theirs.
They need to hear about this. Don't worry, I won't send the recording. Although I doubt they have the speakers to produce the frequency anyway.
What happens now?
Stay here. I'm going to stay
70
here with
XP.
these lunatics. Send letters, maybe meet Suliswolf. Also devise further measurements.
I want you to know that's totally chill with us.
I don't care, but thank you anyway.
That's the best she can manage for Andre. It's quite a lot in truth. For her, at least.
Now, I have a theory to come up with. Some kind of preliminary explanation to all this. Or the letter will sound like I've lost my mind.
Yes, and we have to get back to stabilizing Martinez. Instead of demolishing it with loud bass noise of unknown origins.
Lyra said Kim was very patient. Also, look, our flashlight's going like right up against Kim. Makes this big shadow.
Some tiny hard thing lets go in your stomach. You're still alive.
Whoa. Form a theory on the 2mm hole in the world. Logic 8. +1, heard of the Doom commercial area. +1, investigate the Doom commercial area. +2, copy the apocalypse. -10, pale unknown. We do have some logic boosting stuff, but maybe not enough to overcome that -10. Logic glasses. Logic shirt. Logic jacket. That's probably all we have. What is that pale unknown? Well, we did hear about the pale from Logic 11, 8%. We did hear about the pale from from, what's her name? From the Wild Pines rep.
All you hear is silence in your head.
Yes, what is it?
All you hear is silence in your...
Yes, what is it?
All you hear is silence in...
I don't care about the pail. I can beat this thing.
You already have. A long time ago.
It's the origin of the pail.
These thoughts formed in you somewhere. In a
How you moved my tin check, yeah.
Behind a kitchen table. In the evening light. Drinking coffee and smoking. With a friend.
What?
Shallow. That's how it starts. It's baby pail.
But Pale isn't here. We're thousands of kilometers from the edge.
Now we're 20 meters from the very edge.
She looks up into the darkness.
Which is learn about the pail. Well, we did hear a little bit about the pail. Driving people crazy.
You have her full, undivided attention. The lieutenant's, too. He takes his glasses off.
The pail is only an effect, a transition between the world and that.
Then what is that?
It's nothing. No, it's less than nothing.
It's the final rest state for reality. Imagine if all this never was. It's entropy from the start.
Then the Pale is...
Curdling milk, a gradient.
But the gradient, it clearly hasn't started yet. We're here, and the Pale is not.
One day the pail will be
I
here.
understand. A theory of the Pale where instead of an outer ocean, it metastasizes. Like a cancer or a mold. Erupting in points inside the world.
This is an eruption point of the pail, which again, we heard a little bit about it from what's her name, Joyce, but I guess we haven't heard enough.
According to this, how long...
It's already started. It's already started swallowing the world.
And information.
Which means the cop of the apocalypse is right. We got the +2 bonus for cop of the apocalypse because there actually is an apocalypse.
And also when or how it might start growing, or if it has other effects, in addition to sound and data.
An intellectual hunger fills her now, casting fear aside.
I also have a question, since we are piling them on. How do you know this? I'm not doubting you. I'm simply curious as to how a detective of the RCM...
Because my logic is 14.
Knows how to think this.
Didn't form in the church formed around it. All the failed businesses in the doomed commercial area. I've had this thought before, that's how. One day all the world back to Minnesota. The doomed commercial area.
You think the presence of that puncture has somehow influenced the outcome of events here? Even, say, software development?
She already made up her mind when she heard it. Some kind of great and uncaring force had to play a part. It wasn't only them.
Now we're reaching people on their own. All the failed businesses and ideologies. Something wrong here. Even the revolution was defeated here. I mean, kind of. Intro Panoic history.
I told the producers we need to go and move to a normal office building. With amenities. But no, the artists like the...
You don't need number 3. Always logic down from the base axioms. Power plus 14 bonus. I should let people still working in there know about this. They might be affected.
You mean Plaisance and the Dice Maker? There was almost no one left when we packed up.
No, just the Dice Maker. I don't think Plaisance would survive this knowledge. No, just Plaisance. I don't think that Nea is playing fair in this game. Both of them deserve to know.
Then go tell them.
To inform the church formed around it.
A pinewood
The sarcophagus.
Or a containment facility of some kind. Built by the first...
Sinstar is very much multitasking. Burning Crusade classic hockey game, and I moved to the Kindle. It's tough to play Burning Crusade on the Kindle, to be fair. I can move there. Study the Pale. Oh, I see. I thought it was the study of entropy, but maybe that's what the Pale is. Containment facility. Yes, acting on instinctual level. Religious practice was forgotten.
I have considered the same. The bad news is there were 7 Pinewood.
That's
churches
true.
the first
There were 7 Pinewood churches in the first
Most of
decade.
them were burnt down during the Revolution, or repurposed before, during the suzerain. I'm not saying all of them have one in them, but
Oh, that's interesting.
Some of them might. A black grain hanging in the air.
Thought about this before.
I'm an police officer. I'd like to say I've heard stranger things, but I'm not sure. This is a hell of a guess, however. Well worded, I might.
Well worded.
it is very interesting. But I wouldn't say you know. This is a guess. One that's going to have to be proved by anthroponetic scientists.
One day the Pale will consume everything.
She falls silent. The wind blows in through the hole.
Thought gained cleaning out the rooms.
Moist.
I'm going to leave that out. But the rest, some of this I can use to start to explain this to the rest of the team. Maybe I'll sound mad, but
Ooh. Cleaning out the rooms. Give some good bonuses. +1 Inland Empire, +1 Rhetoric, +1 Suggestion. Huh. I wonder if we can forget a thought to get that.
Man, you will certainly sound mad.
one more thing. Maybe a club for anodic music isn't the worst thing you can erect around this particular point in space.
That's still insane, but so am I. Club is the only thing keeping this place and the rest of reality together. Now I think of it, maybe it's dangerous, perhaps not. Club's keeping reality together.
I wouldn't go so far as to...
+1 Suggestion equals try to date the woman on the docks. One lane in the universe will never go out.
Let's leave it at that, shall we? We have unanthroponic detection to perform in this district.
Wait, what about the radio ghost and the electronic doorbell? Really, we come back to that.
The creepy woman! We were wondering about that when we worked there.
Huh, right, so Suna rang that bell too, and so she heard the recording.
It must be anthroponetic crosstalk, the one you get in radios and long-distance calls. Now it makes sense, with the Pale right on the doorstep.
Incredible. This would also explain why we get it on the police radio all the time.
It's quite common, actually. When the signal gets routed through Pale, all kinds of irregularities take place. You may hear snippets of someone else's conversation, or the voice of your former lover, or an echo of an event that took place 100 years ago.
So, sound is super weird in Disco Elysium in a lot of different ways.
And it doesn't really distinguish to whom those memories belong
The
to.
Pale...
You could hear anything.
The Pale can hold audio from hundreds of years ago and retransmit it.
Anytime.
Huh. Alright. Well, there's a lot of... we had to pump our logic super high. But, okay. Well, we've gone like an hour late at this point, yeah, but...
That's a deal!
Whoa, that was a crazy sound!
It was awesome! Too hardcore, in fact. I couldn't control it at all. It
What
sucks
happened?
up all the air in the mix until it's the only thing left. Starts compressing itself and everything.
Sounds very much intertwined with the fabric of reality, apparently.
Extreme.
Inside your chest, the heart.
What if that's the answer? We could use this sound for the bass. Right, there it is.
Imagine if you could harness that power, making it pulse.
Oh! Oh!
But how?
What about the compressor? The one with the spiky hair was setting up to achieve some sort of parallel processing.
The audio onslaught can be tamed. Connect the dots. But now I need interfacing. And I can't level up Oh, I can level up interfacing one time. Oh man, there's so many tough checks in here.
That's a deal! Yeah!
Bzz, 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 goes the track in the background, never ending. You can't grasp what's missing, but you can try to make something up anyway. You scrape the Isn't that what real artists do?
Crank up the oscillator mix.
As they go along.
Needs poop boot.
It's hard to say for sure, but the digital throbbing seems...
Alright, well, I don't think I can pass this. At least not without rerolls.
Yeah!
Here's an idea.
The fluxifier? That...
As you fit...
Copman!
Whatever it is you did, it seems to...
Oh, wait, that helped. Fiddle with some knobs. 28% now.
Side chain.
Yeah! Wait. Side chain, what does that mean? Oh, so I fiddled with some knobs randomly. It gave us another chance. Easy interfacing gear. All I've got for interfacing is our gloves, and we have them on.
Listen, You can use the compressor to select between which track it's compressing, either the auxiliary signal or the main input from the tape. Make it alternate between the signals. The compressor controls the gain based on the level of the signal on the aux side chain input. It will allow maintaining a loud sound without peaks that fill up all the headspace.
Side chain.
Side chaining it, you said?
Then he puts on his headphones and his eyes go wide, wider than they've ever gone on drugs. He starts jumping up and down with bliss in total silence, still listening to his headphones.
Hey, what did you do to Egghead, Cop Man? Did you break him?
Not sure, just wait and see. Not Egghead.
Are you ready, pussy?
Noid straightens his back, ready for the beat.
I was born ready, Egg.
Thumbs up. Oh no, he's back to his river dance. Where's the dance we taught him? We do mixer some. We moved some knobs randomly, and then it gave us a bonus.
The speed freak dances on the stage, intensely waving his hand in the air.
This is beauty! This is life!
What in the world is going on? The way melody and bass flow together, it's unnatural.
This one is for the hypnotic generation. Hardcore's thick, just got more bassy. We have tamed the sound, made our own.
God damn it. This dance club idea might just work out.
DeLorean Church! The place to be! Pump it! Pump it!
This is it. This is a new era. The fabric of the world has been irrevocably altered. Who will be the innocence of hardcore melodic dance music?
Who will lead the music? Alright, well, Could the wires work as contact microphones?
Hard cop.
She started calling us the hard cop.
Yo, man. What's on your mind? Dead body?
I assume that's everything we can do here.
Yes.
Let's verify. And just because I'll forget about it otherwise, let's still make one more tiny run. Like ATD mentioned, I should check the far west trap for the cryptids, because I'm going to forget about it if we don't. Proving the song's kind of improving the future from the source of the coming apocalypse. It's all very spiritual. But, yeah, Suna did mention that maybe it would help fight the silence. And we've made it louder. Fight the silence harder. Okay, let's just make a run to that trap, which I think is right down here.
The light vanishes inside the concrete slit. The structure goes deep under the earth.
Hold the slit. What's in there? Can I idea what's down there?
No idea. Could be connected to one of the buildings around here.
Think we can find Ruby down there?
Might find her down somewhere.
Which we know, because we've already done it.
In this Martinez that's mostly collapsed. Revachol sewage system has been built and rebuilt 4 or 5 times now. In conclusion, she could be under any building.
But not in there?
I hope not.
It's in there.
It's just a storm drain for the sewer.
Yell into it anyway. No answer. Okay, let's swap our gear again quickly. Just so I don't forget that either. Where's our cop jacket? There it is. Okay. Like I said, I just want to run over to the trap. And yeah, what do we have left now? We got talk to Plaisance, talk to the Dice Maker, ask Everard, talk to the Hardy Boys, find a working transceiver. We also have locate the murder weapon, but I bet I can't do that until after we've talked to Ruby anyway. And there's the trap. What's that for the cryptid stuff? Probably Inland Empire. Which... is it 4? I think I have one more thing that can boost it. I think I have some Inland Empire glasses. I don't know if we have any other Inland Empire stuff. Well, we got the necklace that we have on already.
A few locusts trudge along. Poor thing.
No. I mean, I could try to check every trap. We checked 2 of them, but that's about all we got. Okay. Well, we went really late with Disco today to finish everything in the church. But now, it is finally Hearthstone time, an hour late. Alright, but yeah. That was 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours of just talking in the church. There's a lot of stuff in there. Alright, hope y'all enjoyed. We're back with more Disco on Tuesday with more cleanup, I guess. We're gonna have to go to day 5 to be able to talk to Blizzands and the Dice Maker about the Source of Doom. And we'll have to go back to Everard again, maybe, and the Hardy Boys. But yeah, mostly just cleanup. And then we can go talk to Ruby again.